Hello, everybody. My name is Diego, and today I am going to be doing a blank slate drill. This has been recommended by Nate Solon in his blog, specifically on a post called How to Remember Your Openings on his Substack. And the second part of this post, which is really good, is this blank slate drill, where he outlines that you should just spend maybe 10 to 30 minutes kind of seeing how much you can remember. And from there, you have a file that you can work on, and you know what needs to be worked on because clearly you won't remember it. So I'm going to start a timer for 30 minutes and see how much I can do, see how much I can talk through as well. By the end, I'll probably be able to share the file in some sort of blog post. All right. Timer is starting in 3, 2, 1. Start off with e4. Oh, I should mention, I'm just going to be doing the Italian game. This is specifically going to be focused on the Italian. Specifically let's get the Italian on board. The two knights attack, the knight attack, and the Evans Gambit with b4. So from here, the main move is, of course, d5. I'll put that on the board as the main line. As well as there's a sideline, which is the Traxler counterattack. We'll put that on the board. Traxler, start off with this. Traxler is a tricky weapon, but it's nothing to fear. We can just grab the pawn. You have two choices to move the king up or down. Moving the king, I believe, up is the more accurate choice. Maybe? I think so. But here we can actually, I believe, just develop. Or is it drop it back? I know in one of the lines we drop it back to here, and there are also other lines where we drop back all the way back. They're going to threaten to play here, so I believe first line is to go here. You defend the pawn. Now if they go h6, we can actually just fork. Okay. d6 is kind of reasonable. But here we can take now. We can take in a minute. For example, takes, castles. h6. Maybe I did mess something up. Maybe castling is wrong. Playing d6 here. There's no need to castle so soon. Rook c8 makes sense. Castling now. Castle. I don't know. Some other lines, but you're gonna bring the knight back, play bishop e3, knight e2, trade off the knights, or trade off the bishop and have a nice game. The other line from here is king f8. And from here, because there's going to be hits here, now the king is not blocking, we actually need to back it up. Some people back it up all the way. I think it's actually fine. Bishop b3. Now you're threatening the fork. So logically, you can block, you can play d5, but I've also seen this move to try to go here. Doesn't really work too well, but you know. Castle h6 is met with like some other hops. Or maybe we're rushing. Maybe we are rushing. Maybe d3 is a move. Queen e8, d3, or knight c3. Here, here. Well, if they go there, trade. Here. And it's the same idea. As long as there's no tricks here. I mean, the king on f8 is safe, but it's hard to see what you're doing here. That's the basic idea of that one. Let's go to the main line, actually. Why not? Well, let's see the actual fried liver. So here, the mistake that people associate with this line is this, and then there's two moves, knight takes and d4. Recently, I've been playing this move. D4 may be more accurate, but this is the classical kind of quote-unquote mainline fried liver. You see a bunch of videos. Paul Morphy has a game in this. How much time we got? How are we doing on time? 20, oh, we're only 5 minutes in. Great. Here. Take the knight. Give a check. You got the trap where it's just checkmate. You take like this, you take either way, and that's checkmate. That'll lead to mate. For example, here. Yep. Let's go back. So here, so knight's hanging. And that's hanging. There is, I mean, queen f6, you take the knight. They block, take here, take here, and you know, the king's on here. This is where my line ends here, actually. And castle played d6 or d4 at some point, knight f3, or knight c3. Let's see, what else? What else do we got here? Now, this line, we put pressure. Pressure on the pin piece. This is a move, and this is a move. Knight d4 now can be met with just probably... Ooh. That's hanging, right? Just take... It's not great for black here. I know knight d4 had some trick with it, besides the fact that they're threatening a fork. Outside of that, I don't see anything great. Knight b4 is logical because it defends. It also hits here. We can actually be okay with that. If they take, we, win. And we're also threatening here, so c6 is also a move. And, whew, d4. I think d4 is the move. We'll see. I'll have to check it later. But white's doing really fine here. The point is you just want to open the center. You don't really care about dropping this, or the line where they take, and if they didn't play here, they take. We go in, we win that, and getting crushed. You're getting crushed down in the center. I mean, the king's on e6, completely, pretty much winning. There is lines where I think like stuff with queen f6 and where maybe black can hold, but I can't remember the line. So we're gonna move on. Let's take a look back here. This is one line. Let's see. Knight a5 is one line. Then there's b5 and knight d4. Let's look at knight d4. b5 and knight d4 are both met by the same move, which is bishop f1. Okay. Where is it? This one is met with c3. c3, knight c5. Or is it b5 here? Because if takes. Yeah. Well, some way or another, we get some something like this, and we're gonna take here. You can't play c6 because we would just take. So often, I believe the move is I think I messed this up. There is a line. See if I can remember it. The point is that they're gonna get bishop b7 and the knight gets traded off, I think, in some weird way. Oh man. Knight d4. I can remember. Actually, let's take. Play b5. Bishop f1. Knight d4. c3. Knight here. Then we take. Oh man, what's the line? Knight here. d4. No, there's a line here. Yeah, here it is. Here, I got it. There it is. Takes. Queen takes. Pawn check. King e7 or d8. It's d8. Queen here. Bishop b7. Yeah, here we go. Now we got the line. So the point is that we're going to castle. And this is a threat because that would be attacking the g2 pawn 3 ways, and our queen would be hit as well. So if you were to take the bishop, get like butchered. Here, queen f3. Now they're threatening the discovery. Otherwise, we take the piece. So now this is an idea. So we play king h3. We are threatening mate. So the line that I know, I think, goes something like check. Nope, that's not it. Whoop. Let's delete that. Knight here. No, that's also mate. Definitely messed up the move because there is a sack line. I feel like I may have missed a tempo for. Hmm. Feels weird. Rook b8, king h. There's a queen sack line. Because that's mate. Oh, I'm not remembering it. There's a really cool line where they sack the queen and they go into this slightly worse endgame. This is why people love to play this. I've gotten it a few times over online, not over the board. Man, I am kind of mad that I don't remember this. Okay, I'll have to review that. I do know the main line, so let's go to the main line. D5. We can make e takes, knight takes. Oop, not knight takes. Main line is 95. Let's promote this variation. We give a check. C3. Take, take. There's a sideline that's been recommended in some courses. Typically just play queen e2. And you're fine because they take and invite us to attack. They play c3. We take and they're getting hit everywhere. The knight's going to be attacked. The b7 pawn's going to be attacked, and that pawn's going to be attacked. It's not good. It's a sideline that's kind of played for kind of surprise value, but I think white gets a slight edge. All you need to know is queen e2 here. You don't trade. So after that, c6 takes, b takes. Now, it's important that we drop our bishop back. We gotta decide where though. Bishop e2 is an old move. The actual kind of main line nowadays is bishop d3. The idea is we want to support the e4 square, and with potential ideas to bring our knight back this way if we have to in some lines. And the main line, we're going to be dropping our knight to f3. And we just want to control that square so they don't push e4 immediately. Or in really quick fashion. Typically, black wants to play knight d5, knight f4. Ideas, knight d5 attacks here. Do we want to play here? Bishop d6, f5. I play this position from both sides. So the main line goes knight here, knight back. We're attacking the pawns, so black defends it and develops. Castles. Rook e1, f5. And the super duper mega main line goes here. There's also other lines. Another line that's been recommended instead of castling is knight c3, either now or after. And the positions are pretty good for white because we're up a pawn, and if we could just hold and defend our position, you have excellent chances in an endgame. And black has to play for compensation. If they can't prove an attack or regain the pawn, equalize, then it's kind of not great. The main line goes here with queen f3. This is what I play with the black side. We give up, the black gives up another pawn for activity because going back to f3 is met with g5, and it's a chaotic line. This move has been played before, as well as I believe knight c3. Knight c3 might be a mistake. No, knight c3 is bad. After bishop d6, there's also knight c3 here. This is it was Yuri Krikun's recommendation in his chessable course, which is kind of what I based my repertoire on for the most part, as well as kind of learning other lines. Let's see. We got 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna go back and we're gonna look at the Evans. We got 10 minutes for the Evans. Let's go look at bishop c5 on the board. The Evans Gambit. Main line is to take. Other moves are not great. And c3. Two main moves: bishop back, bishop a5, and some other sidelines. Let's do main lines. Why not? Bishop a5, d4, d6, and e takes are the main lines, I think. There's also a f6 in one of the main lines. It's really weird. Kind of don't understand it too much, but let's do this one. Here. Queen e7, there's problems because of... not queen e7 here. Is it queen e7 here? I think this is a problem. And the only move to stay alive here is knight d4. And we have to take with the knight. The point being is that after check, or first off, we can't take with the pawn. But after check, bishop d7 takes. There's a really weird line here. Oh, I know knight d4 is the move. I think it's the move here. I have to double check. But I don't know refutation. But white gets a slight edge somewhere here. Queen b3 here. I think queen d7 is more accurate. Castle we can develop. Castle, bishop b6, knight here, knight a5, queen c2, knight takes. We hit the pawn. Queen c6 is... we take. H takes. Takes, knight takes is a line. Is definitely a line. You know, okay compensation. Kind of play a weird mill game. You kind of open center. You just bring the rooks and you have a game. There is one line. Let's look at takes. E takes. E takes queen b3. Gotta defend the pawn somehow. Queen e7. Castles. Or bishop a3. No, you don't want to hang the pawn. Bishop a3 is coming though. Say if you play d6, d takes is nice. Can't take because of the check. Bishop back. Bishop b2. Yeah, my Evans lines are really bad. I need to remember this stuff. And we got 4 minutes, so let's go to bishop e7. Anderson, wherever variation it says. Now we're gonna go d4, d6. D4, d6. Castles, knight here, bishop here. Ooh, man. Or maybe it is like something with takes. Castle, knight e5, bishop d. 3, knight here, takes, knight takes. Nope. Maybe. Let's have queen c2 in here. I think I castled too soon. I think queen c2 is a move. Instead of castling. Let's leave that. Queen c2, knight here, here. Where is it? D takes. D takes, knight takes. Bishop d3. Oh no, this isn't bishop d3. Knight a5. No, that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. I don't remember this as nearly as well as I thought I did. This stinks. Maybe it is castles. I'm running out of time. Queen c2, knight a5, bishop d3. Knight f6, takes. Like queen d6, there's also bishop d6, or castles. Castles. Now we can play this move, or castle. For this move, queen d6, f5, and we want to play knight here, and castle. I think we're supposed to have castles inserted somewhere. Here, queen d6, f5. Here's the position. And here we have a line. This is the main line of one of the main lines of the Evans. And I'm glad I found it. And we are just out of time, so I'm going to stop the timer. 3, 2, 1, and we're out of time. This is about as far as I can go. I'm going to clean this up, obviously, before I share anything. But it's basically how you do a blank slate drill. I definitely need to review my Evans Gambit lines, refresh on a couple of sidelines with the 2 knights fried liver. But overall, it's been a lot of fun playing these lines over the board and online. Thank you.